The Cleveland Browns are officially blowing up the roster as we know it, and the latest salary cap casualties will leave you absolutely speechless. We are talking about cornerstones of the franchise being shown the door in a move that feels like a total betrayal to some, but a financial masterclass to others. If you thought the front office was playing it safe this offseason, you haven't been paying attention because the landscape of Cleveland football just shifted forever. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. The front office has been working overtime behind the scenes, and the first shockwave involves a massive shakeup in the secondary. We've seen the Browns bring back D'Angelo Ross on a deal for the 2026 season. Now, some fans might be scratching their heads, but remember that Week 18 showdown against the Bengals. When Denzel Ward went down, Ross stepped into the fire against elite receivers like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and actually held his own. He's a special teams demon who logged over 120 snaps last year across every unit imaginable. He was utilized on kick returns, punt coverage, and basically everywhere the coaches needed a body. It's a depth move that proves the Browns are prioritizing grit over glitz. But while Ross is coming in, the exit door is swinging wide open for some of the biggest names in the locker room. Who is the one player you absolutely cannot believe the Browns are letting walk? Drop a name in the comments right now. The real disaster for fans who love familiarity is the official release of 3 massive veterans. We're saying goodbye to offensive tackle Jack Conklin, who many feel was just collecting a paycheck while living on the injury report. But the move that really stings. The Browns have officially cut ties with David Njoku and Wyatt Teller. This is an absolute earthquake for the Cleveland offense. Because of the insane contract situation with Deshaun Watson, the team had to use void years and post-June 1st designations just to breathe. We're looking at millions in dead cap spread out over the next 2 seasons. Specifically, Njoku leaves behind a dead cap hit of nearly $10 million this year and $15 million next year. Teller's numbers are just as painful, with over $8 million hitting the books in 2026. It is a high-stakes gamble to find wiggle room, and it means the offensive line you knew is officially dead and buried. But wait until you hear how they plan to fill those massive holes. The trenches are being completely rebuilt from scratch. With Teller and Conklin gone, the Browns are banking on Titus Howard and Zion Johnson to save the day. They've brought in these versatile pieces to provide stability, but the questions remain. They also locked up Tevin Jenkins and Elton Jenkins to multi-year deals. Elton Jenkins is the real wildcard here. He played center last year but could easily slide to guard. It's a total revamp, but there is still one glaring, massive hole at left tackle that could ruin everything. The team is sitting on a tiny $1.9 million in cap space right now, but if they restructure Denzel Ward's deal and finish the Howard extension, they suddenly have a $26 million war chest. Are they going to spend it on a guy like Rasheed Walker, or are they going to risk it all on a rookie in the draft? Rasheed Walker is still sitting out there in free agency, and his agent is clearly holding out for a monster payday. The market for tackles is exploding, and while Walker is a solid, above-average starter, he hasn't reached that elite tier of the highest-paid blockers yet. If Cleveland clears the room, they could make a massive splash here. If not, they might be forced to look at the draft. Someone like Monroe Freeling is climbing up draft boards because of his insane physical upside. Could the Browns really use the number 6 overall pick on a tackle? It's a position of desperate need, but passing on a skill position star might trigger a fan revolt. Speaking of risks, the quarterback market is exploding, and Cleveland might be getting involved in the chaos. While Kyler Murray is heavily linked to the Minnesota Vikings, reports are surfacing that he's taking Zoom calls with a handful of teams, and the Browns are likely on that list. Why would they look at a QB? Because the uncertainty surrounding the current roster is at an all-time high. Deshaun Watson's contract is the anchor weighing down every single move this front office makes. If there is a way to pivot or find a high-level insurance policy, you better believe they are exploring it. Even franchise legends like Joel Bitonio are facing an uncertain future, with rumors swirling that he might not even be in uniform next year. Is he retiring? Is he being traded? The silence from his camp is deafening. And let's not forget the specialists. Corey Bojorquez is officially back on a 1-year, $2 million deal. He's been a rock for the most part, even if he had a couple of uncharacteristic shanks last season. He ranked as a top 10 punter according to the analysts, pinning teams deep and flipping the field when the offense stalled. Hopefully, with this new-look roster, we won't have to see him as much, but having a weapon in the kicking game is vital when you're playing tight AFC North football. The Browns are undefeated in 2026 so far, but with Stefon Diggs on the market and the left tackle position still a total question mark, the drama is only beginning. The roster is being gutted, the cap is being manipulated, and the 2026 season is shaping up to be the most unpredictable ride in Cleveland history. Every move made right now is a ripple effect from the Watson deal, and the front office is playing a dangerous game of financial Tetris. Whether it leads to a Super Bowl or a total collapse remains to be seen. Would you like me to create a breakdown of the specific draft prospects the Browns might target at pick 6 to replace the veterans they just cut?